Hey y'all, it's been a long time, but I'm excited to announce my next album release. The longest album I've done yet. And you know, it's been a year and 10 months, I think, since I released Spirit of David. And now this one, Perseverance of the Saints, is released to you today. So you can download that at Bandcamp, or you can just visit my main website, click on the music, and it will take you over to the album where you can preview it and stream some stuff, or purchase and download it if you would like. It's all available there, and it's my longest album. It's over 5 hours of music. Now, the thing about my music is I like produced music and stuff that's, you know, quick and like punchy stuff, and I listen to all types of music. But for me, sometimes I'm sitting there watching a movie and the score just has this beautiful musical moment, and I'm just sitting in it enjoying this musical moment, and lasts 10 seconds and then it's over. Or in a song I want, it's like the song ends way too early, that moment ended too early, and it just leaves you wanting more. And they do that on purpose, so I'm not saying that that's bad, but for me, when I create music, it's really for the purpose of being underneath something, and the main thing is prayer, meditation, and Bible study. And Psalms, there's that word Selah, where there were those musical interludes in between where the lyrics was being sung. And so the heart and the goal behind this music is that it would actually undergird a prayer time and equip you to be able to pray and meditate, Bible study for hours and hours and hours and not even realize it. So this album is just over 5 hours long, and it really takes a tone of its own as far as telling a story, with how it starts out with certain musical style and tones and just ebbs and flows through the whole thing. And anyway, these last few years I've really been honing in on my instrument arsenal, refining my tone, refining my scales and my understanding of music, even on the effects that I use on my pedal board, because all the effects are analog. There's no post effects. It's all coming analog from my pedal board. And there's no synced clock, there's no anything. I'm building my own drum beats, and so I'm using either the Chaoslator Pro Plus is what I'll use for beats, or maybe some synths, but the Maris Enzo pedal is one of the most genius guitar pedals, where it really turns your guitar into an incredible synth, and it's been so useful. And so these last couple years I've been diving into genres that I've come to appreciate. One of them is blues rock, and so I'm an ambient guitar player, but when I listen to music, I listen to post-rock is usually my favorite. So I like those big sounds, that driving stuff, and every once in a while, I don't want to overdo it, but every once in a while I do something like that. But for me, if I'm gonna open up the Word, I want something more that I can just sit in. And so it's a combination of ambient guitar, I like acoustic and folk guitar, I like the blues rock, I like big synth sounds, I like lo-fi and chill out music. And so this album is really just a combination of all those things coming together. And I know that sounds weird, especially the extreme of like ambient and blues rock. Like, how do you make those work with big synth and folky acoustic guitar? Some songs drift towards one genre or another, and some songs combine them, and again, the whole thing just flows for 5 hours. And again, the heart behind this is that it would equip you to be able to Bible study, read, and all that stuff. So if you can just sit there and just quiet your mind and fill it with the beauty of God, then I feel like I've done my job. The secondary thing that I find my music is useful for is what I call task music. Something that would just keep your head bobbing. Like that. You know, just head bob music. So that you can accomplish a task. So for instance, when I'm doing carpentry in the house, or I'm working on cleaning or yard work or whatever, man, it just puts me in the zone. So if you don't like repetitive music, you might not like mine, but I try to write it with enough sensitivity to understand, like, I don't want to be just wearing down a spot on your conscience because it's too repetitive. So I want to keep it interesting enough, and changes and different things, but also I do want to take advantage of that repetitive and that long nature. Like I said, those musical pockets that don't last long enough, I want to take those pockets that are just beautiful and be able to expand it and expand it, again, for the purpose of undergirding spiritual activity for your sake, even for my sake, to just help equip us to stay focused on the scripture. And for me, my mind works best if I have something to block out. And I have found that ambient chill music really works well because it's something that I have to block out while I'm enjoying it. I don't know if that even makes sense. So there's a reason behind why my music is the way that it is. So I know it's not for everyone, and sometimes I post a video and all my music plays underneath every single video that I've ever posted on YouTube, all except for one, I think. And every once in a while I get comments like, this music is creepy and you need to turn the music down, and I'm just like, oh man, well, I'm sorry that you had a bad experience with it. So I understand it's not for everyone, but for those that do enjoy it, like, you guys get it. And so thank you for everyone who supports the channel, whether it's the teaching, the audio Bible, which is set to the same style music, or my music, my book. My goal is to create everything that I can at my disposal to point you to where love awakens in Jesus, and the music is an important part of that. So whether you call it soaking or you hate soaking, you can call it Selah music or just like head bob music. I don't care what you call it, but it's just, again, instrumental music to undergird your time with Jesus, undergird your tasks, and to be able to just sit you in this zone or this pocket of being able to be patient and sit still. I think that's one of the greatest things that we need in the Western world. While we have all these distractions just flying back and forth, and social media just zing, 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 just everything is so fast paced. And you know, so many of us, when we unwind and relax, we go to social media, and social media itself is so fast paced. And you know, thanks for watching this YouTube video, but it's so fast paced that it's like giving a culture ADD. Again, one of my goals is to give a culture tools to be able to slow down, and with Christ, even heal your mind of ADD and be able to focus on something. So my music is not really written for the purpose of you solely just listening to the music and enjoying the music. Well, I can do that, and maybe it's my music because it's my baby, and everyone's child is the most beautiful child to them, and so maybe it's the same dynamic with my music, so I can do that. My goal is not to get you to think, this is my favorite song ever, and I just want to sit down and focus on this music. The music is created to be underneath to help you focus on something else, and that primary something else being the person of Jesus Christ. And so again, Perseverance of the Saints, my new album, over 5 hours of just chill out head bob music with all those genres I mentioned smushed together. It's available, and again, that link will be in the description, as well as the link to my website if you want to explore my writing and all of my teaching. You can stream my teaching for free, or download my music. It's all at Bandcamp or all on my website. All the links for everything will be down there. I love this new one. I love Spirit of David. Honestly though, I think my favorites are the Hearing Love soundtrack and the Howells and Wells album that I did right after the Hearing Love soundtrack. I love all the others, but just letting you in on my personal thoughts. Those are my favorites, and I really, really like this new one too. Getting into more beats and combining that lo-fi, chill out, blues rock, big synth with folk guitar and ambient guitar. Like, how's that work? Well, go buy the album, and then you'll be able to hear how I used all of these with my pedal board to create some really cool sounds that I feel like will help you out tremendously. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, which was really one big giant ad, so that's why I didn't put any ads on this one for you. Wanted you to be able to lock in and pay attention and go buy my music. So anyway, it's been so long since I released something, but I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for all the supporters. Thank you for all the views. And man, I'll see you guys next week. I've got a couple exciting videos for you planned in the next couple of weeks. But until then, enjoy the new album, Perseverance of the Saints, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.